Hello everyone, welcome back to Quick Esports for another weekend of Overwatch action. It's going to be Quick Esports versus the good guys, and I believe this is week 3 of the Overwatch Champions Series in Europe. I am joined by the wonderful legend who is in fact Master Chief himself, Reclaimer.
Wonderful legend. What an intro that was like though. I've got to say, I'm liking your new haircut.
It looks better now than it did last week. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much. It's shorter than I'm used to, but we're working on it anyway. So these teams, what is the story with Quick and Good guys? It's not a good one. Both these teams currently winless. They are fighting to be the not worst team in the league currently. I think I was talking a little bit about this in week 1, where Quick Esports was going against Team. I believe it was Team Peps at the time, where like for Quick and for Quick and Good guys, they are of course 2 of the 3 teams that made it up from promotion. Quick Esports got pulled in after the Ultimates dropped out by virtue of being 3rd place in promotion relegation. And they haven't had a particularly good time. Only 2 maps won between these teams, 1 apiece. Right now, they have played against some of the top teams, like OWCS, like Virtus Pro, like Team Vision, and to be honest, they just haven't really found much success. So it seems almost certain that these will be the 2 teams that get relegated. So we have to decide who the winner is, right?
I mean, there's still a chance, right? I mean, win a couple games maybe.
Long shot. It would be a long
shot. A long shot.
Yes. We would need like Team 6, which right now is Gen G, to like fumble the bag as badly as possible, and then the winner of this game would also need to take another game. Now, seeing as they haven't been able to beat Gen G, they haven't been able to beat Team Vision or Twisted Minds, then it could be a bit of a struggle. Lijiang going to be the opening map. Wu Yang going to be gone, so of course the strongest character in the current meta not going to be up for play. Roadhog ban for Quick is an interesting one. Hog obviously did get some buffs recently. Hasn't been massively dominant, but he is of course a decent pocket pick.
Yeah, it's been looking a little bit scary, Rodo, recently. Definitely a tank to keep an eye on as of recent in the current meta. So but that makes a little bit of sense. I mean, Hog's just one of them heroes where it's just all about miracle picks, really, isn't it? It's hit your hook, kill someone, that's it. You just kind of play off flat. If you don't hit your hooks, you're gone. But that's just the I don't know, the kind of weirdness with Roadhog in a way. It's just what he's always been. He's just been this very weird hero. But if you are maximizing his kit, which is hitting the hooks, hitting the one shots, you're gonna do pretty well.
Hog also just sort of has the zoning potential, right? He himself is the
very
threat.
scary.
Yeah, he himself is just the threat walking around the field. The one-shot potential, unless you've seen him use the hook, you always assume that he has it. And when he has it, you are at risk of dying if you're basically any squishy character. So a lot of space can be taken by that Hog, which of course we're not going to have to deal with. Quick Esports, they have run on Lijiang before, where they did try and play something akin to a traditional Rhine comp. It went about as well as you'd expected. It was a complete disaster. So Skytor, of course, going to be comfortable more on those main tank roles, so something like the Reinhardt or the Winston even. Wrecking Ball has been something we've been seeing a lot of recently, which could always come out as well.
Yeah, there's been a lot of Wrecking Ball.
Yeah, a lot of Wrecking Ball just waiting for both these teams to get themselves out of the spawn room, seeing entirely what can be played right now. How creative can these backlines get? Because of an unorthodox pick here.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it. We've seen the Monkey Reaper on the side of Quick Esports. That was a comp that did see a lot of success quite a few years ago. It's good to see that comp again. Seeing a nice little monkey gauge over there in the back. I know we got Moira in here in this comp for a lot of sustain on the front line. Is that a teabag already?
Yeah, it has to be done, I suppose, onto poor old SXJ. Good guys have positioned themselves on the objective, though. So it's going to be in a 4v5, but they're able to take at least initially the first cap on the point. Snowdrop's going to teleport in to try and make something happen, but Yoham uses the fade and then ends up getting exploited by the rest of the members of Good guys. Without that healing, Skytor is just going to be dead out the water.
Fight there on the side of Good guys, and we've seen them here take this choke here. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of an unorthodox backline. I mean, I don't really see this very often with this Kiriko Mora. I mean, you do have a lot more front line sustain. I guess it does help a lot with the Reaper and the Monkey on the front line, especially when you're dealing with this hazard. You can just do so much damage in such a quick amount of time. And we are seeing that SXJ nearly has this Pulse Bomb, so see how they make work of that.
It seems that you're playing the Quick Esports comp as 2 units. You're playing the Moira, Monkey, and Reaper together, and then you're playing the Tracer Kiri on their own angles as well. The issue is that you're a jack-of-all-trades, master of none composition. You can't really get a lot done, except if you're able to get a nice collapse onto Kyo to take down that Apex threat. But then once the dive is done, you need the sustain, right? That's almost as important as the dive itself. And Quick Esports, they can't keep dying after these dives have come through.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to speak about the backline again, because what I'm seeing from good guys, from the good guys team is this is something that you'll see like quite often in like this level of play. Like you're seeing the Lucio Kiri, that's a very strong backline at the minute, and you know I've not seen a lot of Monkey Reaper like as of recent. I know Reaper's like very scary at the minute. We are seeing that double flex DPS a lot more, but I don't know. I mean, I think you guys just got a better comp at the minute, to be honest.
Yeah, early downfall comes out to try and cut off Quick Esports engage, but they're going to be just fine to get over to the objective. Nice pulse bomb. I'm going to sync that up with Johan's Coalescence 2. So Crocs is being put under rather a lot of scrutiny right now, but still going to be fine. Actually trades out onto Snowdrop instead. Point has been flipped for Quick Esports, but barely. They are just clinging onto it right now. They need to find a pick sooner rather than later, and Yonte tried to enable that with the Kitsune rush to come out before giving his own life. SXJ still found as well, but we finally get to clean up onto Jonowich and Eggs, and therefore Quick Esports should be fine. Though actually, they end up giving the point put back over to the good guys. They definitely need to not be quite so complacent with the objective.
Very scrappy fight, as we've seen. I was just about to say, I mean, we've only really seen support from the side of Quick Esports. I know Snowdrop was 82, and we are seeing an OC here very early on. Let's see if we can find any picks of this call.
Backline utterly eliminated right there. Snowdrop does a little dance on the point, but Kyo is having none of that action. Shuts down with the overclock imminently. And good guys, they get to have a little celebratory dance all together on the objective. And why wouldn't you? Currently 1-0.
Yeah, very dominant show there from good guys. But the way I see it, it's just that the comp just seems a lot better to me. It seems like they've got a bit of a better idea of what they want to do. It's a bit more like structured in how they're playing. But it's like saying, like, you know, Quick Esports, we only saw ults come out right at the very end. They were struggling to build them, which kind of just shows how good the good guys have been. In a way, you see the scoreboard here. Some interesting stats. I mean, that hazard pick's been very scary. Yet to die.
Yeah, absolutely. Bluntly, this isn't a meta that favors Moira particularly right now, because
no, not at all.
It seems like they want to carry on with it anyway. Maybe informed by the Wu Yang ban, Wu Yang opts to be a sort of better Moira in terms of just the sheer numbers, and their low Snowdrop goes immediately into the drink. Thought Skytor suffered a similar fate there. They're just going to retreat back to the rest of the team, and it's simple stuff, but slipping up on the bridge on that gigantic banana peel can and will lose you fights.
Yeah, I mean, so the Reaper said goodbye to the world, and he dropped off the map. Good dude. I've got to say, I mean, we are seeing the Reaper swap now. Oh, and we've got a little bit of skateboard action on the point. Skate 3, is that game out yet?
No idea. I don't skateboards. I play video games. It's much cooler.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Kyo taken out by Snowdrop, who has been somewhat of a bright spot on the DPS line, but leaves himself particularly vulnerable. Now we've swapped the other support role over to an Ana. Is this much better? I mean, definitely has far more utility than a Moira, not quite as survivable, but may be able to get a sneaky pick onto Jonowich as well. Temporary 4v3 situation, make that 4v2 now, but Skytor, again, it seems like Quick sort of, maybe they rush for these kills, they put themselves in too risky a position that they go for these solo plays, and no one's really there to follow up. So sure, you get your one, but you don't do a whole lot after that.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it. It's a nice point flip here from Jonte, the Kiriko player, to just delay a bit of the percentage. I'm a little bit scared about this Anna Kiriko backline, I can't lie. I think this might be some easy pickings here for the Hazard Tracer. But you never know, you know, if you hit your sleeps, hit your nades, it's not that much of an issue. The Nano boost is nearly online, but I do think good guys here will go early with the ult. So I mean, we do see a pulse from there. Doesn't quite hit the target, but that Kitsune rush is online, and I think that'll come soon. But if you pick up the Tracer, you might not need to.
You can see the aggression coming out during that fight from Good Guys, right? You know, most teams are going to just hold the bridge. Good Guys have no regard at all to pushing into the enemy spawn room. Skytool's being taken out within LOS of his own Ana, who has a nano boost. That Ana, of course, going to be pincered up in the corner, taken out as well. Firmly into Final Fight territory, and Good Guys are just looking far too dominant.
Yeah, I mean, you got to back Quick Esports on this next fight, though. You got the nano boost, you're close to the OC, close to the primal. You should win this. You've got the ult to. You can maybe sustain it a little bit with the beat, maybe get some good picks with the overclock, but we'll see. And we are about to see the overclock right now.
Yeah, it's Kiel with the overclock, having to face off against Snowdrop. Nano, but no clock to speak of. On which has used the sound barrier and has actually used it just to, again, use that aggression into the backlines. As Skytor goes forward, the backline stays back, and the backline without the front line is just going to utterly collapse under the pressure of the enemy. And Good Guys going up 1-0. No frills about that one.
Yeah, it's very dominant show there from Good Guys. Yeah, they was all over him throughout the entire thing, to be honest. I think, for me, from what I'm seeing, I think they just played the better comp. I mean, you're looking at what Quick Esports was trying to do. It kind of makes sense if you want to get this frontline presence with the Monkey and the Reaper. I mean, them two have the synergy. I mean, we've seen it before with, you know, that was a duo that they used to play a lot, and you got them more in the front line. But at the end of the day, Lucio Kiri, very notoriously one of the best backlines in the game. I like the Ana swap because obviously the Mara wasn't really working, but wasn't quite to be. And I think Good Guys playing this, like, they're playing very aggressive, but it's working for them.
I think they can play quite aggressive as well. I don't think a lot of threats really being offered. And also with when you have an Ana and a Kiri, you definitely need to set them up on angles for them to achieve success. And so Good Guys just respond to that. Okay, well, we just play hyper aggressive over your backline. Right, you have the Lucio to help enable that, to close all that distance. The Ana is literally just trying to leave the spawn room and then immediately gets jumped by 4 dudes. It's like, okay, well then, what can I actually do about that? You know, it just seems to be... It seems to be a bit too much for Quick Esports right now. They're going to have to try something very stylistically different, something quite map different as well. It's a rather tough day at the office for them.
Yeah, I do want to bring something up, Eric. The Hazard did not die once. The entire 2 rounds, Crocs was not killed. But then again, I don't actually think you've got... I mean, with the Reaper, yeah, you do have a little bit more burst in him. But one thing I did want to say that I didn't say during the match was I just think that's kind of tricky for Reaper to play. So everything's just so quick, it's so slippery. You can shoot the Hazard, but he's got the armor reduction, he's just general block. The Sojourn's very skinny, he can slide away from you. You're never going to kill a Tracer unless she messes up. So... yeah, there's some questions to be asked there. I mean, obviously you're not trying to kill him first with what you're playing, but to not die at all. I mean, something's gone wrong there, I think.
Yeah, and I mean the stats prove it as well. Good Guys almost dealing 8,000 more damage that round. Kill death ratio of 6.91 compared to Quick Esports 0.86. 76 eliminations for Good Guys and only 25 for Quick Esports. It looks rather one-sided right now. I'm very, very interested to see whether Quick are able to be a bit creative here. Of course, you have to give them credit for trying something new, I suppose, with the Moira. I think it's just kind of an idea that is stone dead even on paper. You know how there are some things where it's like it sounds good on paper but don't work in practice? I don't even think the Moira comp is good on paper.
Yeah, I mean, Moira hasn't really been that good of a pick for quite a while now. I remember when the Hero Health Pool changes came out, I think it's like sometime last year, she was, sure a lot more play because just of the sustain, but when you're releasing heroes like Wu Yang and Juno, it's, well, Moira's playtime, I mean, what she is to me and what she always has been is just this hero to play in lower elo to kind of like learn the game a little bit. Like one of them simple heroes that's like, you know, maybe not played FPS as much. Here's your hero kind of thing. It's got she's got a bit of an auto aim. Her ability is like pretty easy to navigate. Her ult straightforward.
Of all the in GM and above of all of the current support picks, Moira has the lowest win rate. Yes, that is lower than Lifeweaver.
Oh my goodness me.
Yeah, no, it's quite tragic. She kind of
she's
sucks
not in a
right
good
now.
spot.
Yeah, no, she is very outclassed right now. It's certainly a bit of a struggle for them. So yeah, I wish I could say that it made sense on paper, but it's realistically definitely did not. So of course now we're waiting to see what can come up next. Good Guy's going to pick, Quick Esports going to pick Junkertown, which in fairness is a bit of a creative map choice. You can see, I say some shenanigans on there. Recently with the hit scan nerfs that have come in, Hanzo has actually been quite a popular pick. I think it'll probably be Snowdrop on the Quick Esports side who picks that up, who is a pretty talented Hanzo player. So we have to give maybe some credence over to that. In terms of styles, from what little I've seen, it's been Winston being popular, despite Winston not being spectacular in the current season of Overwatch. With the changes that came through, of course, some slight nerfs to Hazard, some slight nerfs to Wrecking Ball. I think if the map has sightlines which are far too open for a Hazard or Ball to work, then you go with a Winston instead for the safety of generally the bubble and then also the ease of the horizontal mobility.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're kind of seeing a little bit of a death of poke in a way. I don't really want to say death, but these maps with long sightlines, I'm seeing teams playing like the forcing Brawl, the forcing these like very hyper mobile comps are playing them instead of what we've seen in the past where teams like play a bit slower, they might play a Sigma, and like, you know, hit scan not being as good right now as well. I do also want to point out with the last two matches, I've seen like these tank bans, the tanks that are kind of seen as like oppressive right now or a little bit annoying to play against. I mean, we just speak about earlier about Wrecking Ball and how good he is in the current meta. So it's a pretty good ban. I mean, the Kiriko ban from Quick Esports. I mean, I kind of thought on the last one there was maybe something to do with did they want to play Kiri Wu Yang, and because Wu Yang's like not an option, you went for the Mara pick, but I guess going something completely different on this map.
Yeah, of course, Quick did get the first ban. Good Guys didn't have the option of banning the Wu Yang again, and Jonte definitely wants to play this wherever possible for Quick Esports. I see the Diva vision. I also see the Roadhog vision coming out from Crocs. It is, as we mentioned, those buffs have turned him into not the strongest pick in the world, but here's generally the thing with Hog, right? His main weakness is maneuverability, right? When he doesn't have a hook, you can run circles around him. He can do very little to peel off the backline or anything like that. That's not so much for a problem when you have a Widowmaker, because like the Widow has so much distance to work with on Junkertown that you're completely fine. And so generally Crocs is just going to play as a bit of an army, right? Just trying to fish for picks wherever possible.
Yeah, see, I'm still so confused about this Roadhog rework, by the way. Like, I don't think anyone was asking for it. Obviously, there Snowdrop straight into the Hanzo, just like you called. So we are seeing a bit of a sniper matchup here, although on two different heroes. So let's see if this Monkey can get some nice engages onto Kyo.
Yeah. To be honest with Crocs, you're not even waiting for the dive to come out to begin peeling for Kyo. If you do that, you've waited too long. You want to be proactive, you know, you want to hold these angles, you want to take these flanks, use these hooks, and just sort of force out the dive before it even begins. Beautiful anti-nade, however, does come out from Yoham, and that is, of course, a death sentence to someone like Alucio who gets hit by it.
Yeah, I just saw that, the Crocs there looking for a hook. That's just the way like Hogs play. Like you can play in peekaboo a little bit. You're showing up these random angles, hook, and then one shot, and then that's just kind of how you win your fights. But like I was saying earlier, you don't hit your hooks, you don't win the fight. So Crocs yet to really get. Well, I was just about to say that. Say goodbye to Anna, because Anna's down.
Yeah, and again, it is literally just Crocs playing on his own island right now. Defensive nade is going to be good enough to find Skytor. Nice little flick, one shot, a hook on Snowdrop, but no kill can currently come through yet. Hero has returned to land those headshots as well. You're going to see a bit of a stabilization coming out from the good guys.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like I was saying, it kind of came out of nowhere, to be honest. I saw a big nade onto Crocs on the health bars, and then all of a sudden Diana's dead. So I'm assuming that there's a bit of a jump scare. Halloween is coming early. We're looking at the ults on the side of Quick Esports. You nearly got both your support ults, and then we've got on the other sides as well. And the nano boost has come out onto Crocs, so it's getting a little bit scary now. See if we can get any kills at all with this. And yeah, that's a fight win right there for good guys.
Yeah, that it will. They went aggressive with the nano. I think they had the scouting information come out from the sites from Widowmaker. They told them, okay, they're all sort of horned up here. Crocs is... Where are you, bro? Like, where are you, dude? This is getting ridiculous now. Johan able to find Jonowich, but Lucio never a character that struggles to get back from the spawn room. It's going to be a bit more chaotic here. Kyo looks for more picks on this defensive side, but again, can play so much distance, is so healthy. Neville puts head above the thicket for just a second too long.
Yeah, really nice.
As does Kyo.
But they just got out-sniped by the granny.
By a grandma.
Yeah. Quick Esports nearly on... yeah, Quick Esports here, coming up on 5. We've got the Nano Blade, you got the Wu Yang Blade. I don't really know the name, but I'm just gonna call it Wu Yang Blade for the time being. And you miss your pulse straight away. I think it's gonna be a really hard fight for you guys. You've only got that whole hog. You do have the beat as well. And here we go. Here we are gonna see the Nano Blade, and the beat comes out to try and mitigate that as much as possible, but it's just not enough. The damage on that Nano Blade is just too much. Crocs are trying to blast him away with the whole hog, but I think it's too little too late, to be honest. He's low on his vape as well, but XX Shade does pick off, and we're going to see a very angry Monk here try and clean up this point, try and get the first cap for Quick Esports, and looks like it's going to be that way.
It seems like they'll be fine, but you have to deal with, like, you know, the Grim Reaper in your backline, the monster in the closet that is Crocs. Now, fortunately for Quick Esports, this monster is looking a little full right now, is able to just retreat back to the rest of the team, and we do see a first initial cap from Quick. But Junkertown, generally a very attacker-sided map. I would be... Most teams, realistically, should be getting 2 points. If Quick aren't able to do that...
Monkey in?
I'm with you.
Monkey dead. I want to drop into them, can I?
Yeah, we can go.
Going in.
94. Under.
Oh, can I? Another.
Unter.
Is that the legal spot?
On the top.
Don't do
I
it.
can take it.
No. You good?
Winning one if you want to kill.
I can't.
I think it's a yes. Hands behind you.
Monkey one. I'm out.
Under one fire.
Can you go back?
Thank you.
Oh, I can maybe kill on.
We're Sonic here.
I'll speed you back. Speed on the back. Carry. No heals.
Nice.
Me when I have more heals than my buff support.
By 1 shot.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Wu Yang
Yeah,
ult,
Wu Yang
except
ult,
everyone
but
else.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get the top left right now.
If Monkey jump top, we kill.
Monkey on me.
I miss. Never mind. I lied.
There's one point.
A big stick.
Nice.
Nice.
Kill Monkey. They can clutch.
I'm on Monkey here.
Look at Monkey.
Monkey one.
Monkey low.
We can push a bit.
Keep walking.
Too far maybe.
I'm going just one.
Crocs accurately calling out that he has more heals than both his supports, as is the life of a Roadhog player. SXJ, of course, catching 3 in that fight, doing a phenomenal job for us. Look at this angle that Kyo is on. This guy is utterly unhinged.
He's playing an open world game. Yeah, I mean, we saw a lot of good passages of play there. I want to say the hooks. I mean, oh my god, this is like Dead by Daylight looping. Surely
He's
Kyo
actually
dies, right?
looping him.
It's the mega. Oh.
No, we're actually going to see a Nano Blade combination come out, and good guys might have soared a little too close to the sun there. Wings certainly got clipped for just a moment, but good guys are going to be able to regroup for a final fight just before second.
Yeah, I mean, as I was saying before, we saw some very good passes of play. I thought that the hooks from Croxford. If let's look at this current fight here, you do only have that whole hog. Try and blast everyone away from point, but we do have this very strong Wingle nearly online for Quick Esports, so I do favour him in this fight, but it all depends there. We are going to see the Dragon Strike come out onto the Roadhog. It does just about survive and is whole hogging. All comes down to this really. Can he get any value at all with this whole hog? It doesn't really look that way. We are seeing trades go all around the place, and most importantly, Wu Yang dies with the ultimate. Crocs gets a nice pick onto the Genji, and Snowdrop trying to sneakily get the point. It doesn't look like they're gonna do it. Pulse one comes out, and it looks like good guys are gonna take this here. Wow, I think Wu Yang dying with ult there, not really what you want to see if you're on Quick Esports, but oh,
it's utterly tragic. And also the decision to... I didn't hate the dragon. It's like you saw Hog go into the enclosed room.
Yeah, he was really low.
And you decide, okay, I'm going to use it. But you forget there's a Mega in that room, plus Hog has the vape, plus he can always just walk slightly out of the dragon's area of effect. Maybe it's better served for something on the objective. Of course, good guys have to keep that contested the entire time. And you could buy yourself a little bit of breathing room that way. But yeah, absolutely. Jonte, as the guy with the game-winning ult, and I guess I'd say up there with Nano, maybe second strongest ultimate on your team, you cannot afford to be dying in that final fight. It just won't do.
Yeah, and it's ultimately why they end up losing it. I think, I mean, no one really cares that much about Hanzo. I mean, yeah, it's you can get away with it, but I'm going to see the Hog get really low, but you know, with them new buffs onto the vape as well, get more healing. There is a Mega in that room, like you said. I don't think you're ever going to kill him there. Probably would have been better to do it on point. And we saw Crocs get a really nice hook mid-fight as well, onto the Genji, I believe. So yeah, you know, Quick Esports going to be looking to play a little bit more locked in on this run.
Yeah, there's a fine line between geeking out and locked in, and right now it seems that Quick Esports are neither, unfortunately. Crocs able to just walk up, take SkyTalk out of the equation there. EGS on the Mercy, which is a tad disrespectful, must be said, before eventually actually just swapping right back over to the Ana, going to be perfectly fine for you to assist your Roadhog. Of course, Crocs still very much hunting for a pick, but good guys comp very pick-centric, and, you know, either the Hog can get it or the Widow can get it, especially with Evil being taken down there. You're really not going to complain.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally what I was just about to say. Like, you can just play for these miracle picks. Like, you get a random Widow pick where you're dropping in from the sky, you can just get a nice hook. It is literally like what you said. It is just playing for these random picks from out of nowhere, to be honest. And very dominant on this point so far. I think they might just end up getting it here, and yeah, they do.
Johan expresses his disagreement. I think there was a plan from Quick to touch, but they try and do both at once, and he just ends up winning the Ana duel as well. I mean, yeah, no, that's kind of cooked, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I would say is you're playing with the Ana on Quick Esports, but, you know, even if you do end up nading this Hawk, who kills him? Like, unless you got like storm arrows and they're like kinda low or whatever, like I don't see this Hog like dying to a lot of stuff, to be honest, unless it's like
there's no
one of the last in the fight. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing on him at the minute. But you know, you're really playing for grenades on something. Oh, nice big bet from Evil.
Yeah, Spider has finally been snuffed out, and we know that you don't need to get a stick for that pulse bomb to be effective regardless. Which likely going to be suffering a similar fate as EGS. Quick Esports able to hold on, and they needed that fight win because they did it cheaply as well. Just a single pulse bomb to try and equalize this very skewed ult economy. Crocs is still in the back.
It's really tough here for Quick Esports. They've got 4 minutes to hold on, and there's not much to push it. And that's going to help a lot if you're on the side of good guys. Just getting that random pick onto the Hanzo. We are seeing a Wu goal here, so maybe the fight isn't done for Quick Esports. And
John Witch is nanoed. Okay.
Yep.
And so we see the kill feed, and it's all quick esports, which makes us think maybe we don't nano the Lucio again in the future. Crocs was in the backline for that entire fight, by the way. Magic to kill onto Johan.
Oh.
Magic another one onto Yonte. And you can't let this Hog be walking around with that much impunity.
He's got a magnet on his hooks. It's like it's so scary, like playing against this. Where you just so we're probably gonna see a whole like just to blast everyone away from point. But I'm gonna see the whole Hog come out. Yeah, here we go. The nano onto the monkey gets blasted away. And he's getting the pick, so it's not entirely done because you see that Hog get dangerously low here. And it's trying to scribble away.
Yeah, the sleep came through onto the Hog, which was able to deny most of the value from the Hog as well, and a nano boost onto Skytor was good as well from Johan, able to delay things just a little bit longer. We see a sound barrier come out here from Good Guys. Interested into the timing of that one. They're going to go aggressive with it now, but Johan just simply gets a defensive use of the Wu Yang ultimate. So we trade 1 for 1, 4v3 situation. SXJ able to end things off with the stick here. Fight gets a bit scrappy, but it looks pretty good for these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Quick Esports did a lot better on that map in general. I mean, still the same dominant showing that we got from Good Guys, but it's it's rough. I think the way that Good
We're
Guys
having
are playing-
fun. We're having fun.
Yeah, we're definitely having fun. I mean, the way that Good Guys are playing. I mean, you've got the Widow and the Hog. You are just playing these like miracle picks, and if you're getting them, you're getting them. That's how you win your fights, pretty much. No, again, Crocs is not down. I think is that 2 deaths over 2 maps.
Yeah, no, that absolutely would be 2 deaths in 2 maps. Currently leading the lobby, with the Hog gameplay. And yeah, we're seeing a big shakeup. The recent patch did a lot to adjust the meta, plus the intrusion of Wu Yang as well. I mean, Wu Yang, of course, exceptionally strong. I feel like we didn't talk a ton about the Wu Yang gameplay from Jonte there, simply because it wasn't enough to really overcome the deficit from Good Guys. But yeah, we have Roadhog that's playable. Hanzo, eminently playable as well, just with the general hit scan nerfs. Hanzo, despite not being a hit scan, is the best hit scan that we currently have in the game right now. Especially when the maps go over to something a bit more long range, it just makes some sense.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what you're going to see when you go on these long range maps like Junktown. You are going to see a lot of like this Hanzo player, this Widow player. It's just what you're playing for. You're playing for these picks. When you get the picks, you think I'm walking. But it's like I said, I do really like what Good Guys are doing with this Hog pick. Hog is so scary at the minute. It's absolutely like ridiculous. Like his hook, I swear to God, it has a magnet on it. That should be in the patch notes somewhere. Like there's more like what do you call it? It's like the grab chains that they did on Zarya. Like quite a few seasons ago, it just like pulls you in. Like the range is a bit bigger. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Quick Esports respond. Being 2-0 down.
Probably with something a bit desperate. We've seen Quick Esports go for some like absolute shenanigans when things aren't really working in their favor. Interestingly enough, and I think this just kind of shows you the role of Hog. Despite Good Guys winning that map in, let's say, pretty one-sided fashion, Quick was able to deal like 3,000 more damage overall, which just sort of shows the impact it just kind of shows the impact Crocs is having. It's like, okay, well, as Hog, it is, Ryan is the definition of tank in that sense, but Hog does it as well, where the tank is the person that just takes everything that no one else wants to deal with, right? With Hog, it is on site, right? You sleep him on site, you anti him on site, you shoot him on site, you stick him on site, everything on site. But honestly, provided that the Hog can just live through all of that, which often he can because his breather is a ridiculous ability, then like, okay, cool. Like, you haven't done anything. And all of these resources that you're trying to put into shutting down the Hog is not being put into shutting down the DPS. Also, the Hog is also just playing like a nutcase.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it before. It's the Widow as well. We've seen the playing open world games like, well, like where was that Widow position on second point? Like on the bridge behind him, looping like it's Dead by Daylight. I was going to say maybe Quick Esports might go back to this Reaper pick because that seems to be, Reaper's like probably one of the best responses to Hog in my opinion. I just think the comp that they played on Lijiang might have been better into what they were playing, to be honest, because you get a bit of a presence onto this Hog, making it so we can't play the game as much. But it's still a bit scary for Reaper. I mean, the way I have Hog is not so much a Reaper counter, he's a Reaper killer is the way I put it. But then again, Hog just kills everyone. So pretty much it. We only see Hollywood, so I wonder if we will go back to that monkey comp from Quick Esports, if we'll be seeing that again.
Yeah. Quick banned Cass, which kind of informs me that they want to play the. It informs me that they want to play the Winston on this map. Cass, of course, with the flashbang, can deal with that dive somewhat effectively. Be somewhat of a pocket pick into the Reaper, though, of course, with that 25 less HP in the most recent patch, it's going to be a bit of a struggle. Good guys have banned Ana because they want to play more Hog. And nothing is going to stop Crocs locking the Hog here. Like, nothing.
Yeah, I mean, just as you said it, we see Crocs come out onto the Roadhog again. I was just saying before, like, maybe we saw the Ana pick before from Quick Esports, but then again, you got no burst onto the Hog at all. I know that's not really what you're playing for, but, that maybe could have been a strat here. Maybe you get a nail into the Hog, you go back to the Reaper pick, you go back to another hero that's got a bit more burst, and maybe you can kill him. Maybe you can make it so he has more than 2 deaths over 2 maps. But it's going to be a lot harder now. We have seen this Arissa pick, so maybe it will be a little bit harder for the Hog to just walk here and there. That's what Arissa's good at, she's good at denying space. I do also want to say, I like seeing the new Mercy skin. That Persona collab.
Yeah, the Persona collab. Crocs is a coward and then swapped off the Roadhog because God is dead and we killed him, apparently. We see the Orisa come out from Skytor defensively. If you're going to run a Brawl tank and you're not going with Zarya, then Orisa's probably your best bet. Skytor, of course, a very traditional main tank player, so likely not quite having the Zarya in his wheelhouse so much. Crocs positions all ready to jump the high ground at the back of the first point. Falls rather low for it, but provided that he's able to survive, then that's the value that he needs.
Yeah, I will say we are seeing both teams on that Curry Wu Yang backline as well. These backlines are just so hard to kill. They've got so many abilities that just let them live for as long as possible. I think a lot of this match will be which supports can get their ults first, because the 2 very strong supports. I mean, Wu Yang is probably one of the best in the game, and it's never been that bad either, has it? So.
Absolutely correct with that one. Kio's made the swap over to the Sojourn. Of course, you can just sort of farm the railgun off Orisa and then immediately use it to great effect. And EGS actually going to use Evil's Head as a battering ram. And then Jonte's as well. Why not? Even if Sodrop's able to equalize onto 1, Skytor is trying to shoot out the voices in his head, which is crazy because they don't exist, so he finds nothing there. Meanwhile, good guys have just flipped the map completely, and now they're just going to hold dominant on the objective.
I feel like this is really rough for Skytor, to be honest. I'm not sure if Arissa is still the pick here, to be honest. I think if you're playing against Hog, yeah, I mean, if you're playing against Hog, it makes a little bit more sense, right? Because you want to deny him walking all over the place. But now that you're playing against a super agile combo like the monkey and whatever, like everything just flies above you, and you can't really do anything. You've got like no mobility at all.
Yeah, so we're going to see a mirror now regardless. Skytor, not quite the diva, but opts for the mirror instead. Quite realistic. EGS does use the lane. Tries to use it on the high ground. Does sort of go off a bit, but it is good enough for good guys to take that initial high ground control, which is of course going to be everything. Quick want to take it back with a lane of their own on height, but Johan gets deleted from the game in the process, and Crocs able to very much equalize with his primal rage. Looking awfully Korean right now, must I say.
Yeah, I mean, it's the much better comp to do playing if you don't use what you do have a bit more versatility. However, if you're not winning the dive trade, then
there's only trees
what's
on
the
the
point?
right now.
I'm under right now.
I'm walking,
Yeah,
swinging top.
Monkey on me, I can
Yeah, monkey carry, fine.
I'm swinging on top.
Trainer re.
Sorry, sorry, second, hang on.
I can go top.
I can go in a
I'm low
sec.
ground with the evil right
Like
now.
monkey,
You can empty me.
3, 2, 1, going now. I don't know top now. I'm on wing low, wing one.
They're flipping the burger on us.
Oh, he ulted himself.
Chase a point,
Okay.
chase a point. Can be.
Wing still low, on the right. He has nothing,
Monkey on point, monkey on
Yeah,
point.
I got I have Bujang. I still have Bujang.
Yeah.
Peek evil. Can go.
Yeah, you can do that,
I
do
still
that.
have.
Oh, monkey jumping me. I don't care.
Trainer re.
Monkey jumping out. Can we take top? Is it possible?
Yeah, let's take top. I can jump top in a
It's a
sec.
cap point though.
Yeah. We can kill them.
I do
Okay.
4 points,
I can swing
I have
through
Bujang
top. Swing top in a sec. 3.
Yeah.
Chair one.
Swing now.
Inside.
Hey bro. I don't
Sorry,
have to
trainer
now.
reach, Q1.
Carry one.
No
I'm
susu.
gonna hit, if they jump, I hit
Monkey
you
bottom
farm
left, monkey bottom left.
Swing top again.
Yeah.
Say half.
Monkey's bottom, jumping top now.
Here one.
Swing down 3. I'm on
I
Sawyer,
can't see. I can't see.
I'm on Sawyer. Sawyer health in. So one. No Suzu.
Fine.
I'm dead.
I cannot. Oh, I need a TP out.
Oh, solo.
Even.
I'm dead.
You win.
Nice.
Up. Even. 2v2.
Wing one.
Wait for the touch. You guys are even.
I have Bujang out. I have Bujang. Keep me touch. Pick me.
We need touch.
Oh,
We need touch. Oh.
I'm not.
Almost here.
Yonte right now using that ult in a dangerous situation is able to barely get the touch onto the objective as it was calling. This is looking particularly brutal, especially because good guys, they have a good bank of ultimates to work with here. -1 pulse bomb perhaps not really going to achieve anything with that one. So we see the Kitsune Rush come out from EGS. Johan mirrors with one of his own point. Bit of a death trap for anyone who may walk into it. And as Skytor falls lower and lower, Jonte is able to get one pick out, but unfortunately not quite good enough for Skytor and Johan to hold on to their lives either.
Pure desperation there from Quickies for trying to hold on to it as long as. Also, I will say the fight just before that, I've seen some late kills there onto the wing. The fight just before that, we saw Evil pick up 2 and then Snowdrop get 1 with the OC. Just about touching in time to get a little bit off that time back, but obviously, as I said, the old one was just too good on the side of the good guys.
That it was. It's still going to be fine. Remember, Yonte had to use that that Wu Yang ult, the title blast, just to live, right? Now John Witch is going to have one of his own to use aggressively whenever it may deem to be. And Skytor, like, brother is out on an island, isn't getting the support from the rest of the team, and just falls for it as well. Croc's able to just batter this Kiri into the corner. And now there's 2 minutes left on the time bank. The good guys still pushing with full force.
Yeah, it's really tricky if Quickies, but you got absolutely no. Well, you are coming up to the grand goal now, but the entire way before. Oh, you died with we ain't gonna let again. No. This could be it for good guys right here. This could be the map completed. See if Kyo can get the final kill here. That they do, and that is the map complete there for good guys. 3 capping. Just as I was about to say, so you go into third point as Quickies, but you got absolutely no look. You used all of them to try and stop second point. You got absolutely nothing. It was just we saw Primus go out, and we saw some other ults go out, and you can't really do anything against that. Like unless they like mess their ults up, like that's it. You can't respond in any way. You can't say, oh, they're gonna Primal, and like let's go with like this ult, like let's go with the Kitsune or whatever. Like it becomes really difficult on a third point, and just as you build the Wu Yang ult at the end, unfortunately you die with it.
You live by the Wu Yang ultimate and you die by the Wu Yang ultimate, and a lot of death on one side of things. Quick Esports, good guys, not quite so much. They're running the hog on the defense, because why the hell not? Crocs is still, as is pointing out, the MVP of the lobby right now. 18-0 is utterly ridiculous, right? Quick Esports, I think if they try and run the hog, if they try and run the Winston, I say, against this Roadhog, at least on the first point, they're going to have a very rough time of things. Crocs is going to be waiting on that high ground and will be very much ready to capitalize on any given dive. Either that, or we've also seen Crocs just kind of wander about the entire map. Take a Hollywood Walk of Fame tour, why don't you?
I think this is where the Orisa pick might make a little bit more sense. I think that's what the original idea was. I think it's going to be a little bit of a jump scare here if you're quick esports when you just see this hog. Maybe on the high ground, maybe just like in one of these little corners looking for a hook and see this.
Oh, he is in a cubby hole waiting for a hook right now. Yeah, and now he's gone from his cubby hole. Snowdrop Sojourn is going to be able to keep this a bit more honest.
Yeah,
and,
there you go.
This swap comes through. Because everything I was saying earlier, you can still do that on Sojourn, put pressure into the Roadhog, but then you charge up the rail in the process, which is some extra burst damage to be used on Hog, but more importantly, you can actually keep the rest of the team in check with the rail shot, while keeping Hog very much in check with your regular right clicks.
Yeah, it's a good match of Sojourn. It's like I said, it's easy to farm rail, you don't need to deal with anything. Kind of negates that, and you've seen a KO with a lovely pick onto Orisa, which probably means the end of that push there.
Yeah, unfortunately Skytorch plays a bit too aggressive there and ends up getting taken out before the rest of the team. It can be a bit of a game of chicken between like the Hog and the Orisa, where, you know, the Hog just forces so much aggression and attention and needs to somehow escape, which is crazy because he actually kills Snow. He gets the drive-by on his escape. Crocs, yeah, you might just be a nutcase.
It's insane. He's just playing like peekaboo. Like it's so scary. He just appears out of absolutely nowhere, hooks from a million miles away, and yeah, that's the end of your life, and always the end of the fight.
Yeah, now Skytor is going to be the one on the objective, just trying to draw as much attention as possible. Pulsum comes out from Evil, not able to get anything. Crocs from the top ropes is also able to find Snowdrop again. Now we see EGS go for the Kitsune Rush. It does come out before losing his life, so it's still good enough for the rest of the good guys to utilize it, then follow up with the limbs onto Quick. Jomtae is using the Wu Yang ult just to live here, which is certainly a bad omen.
Yeah, Crocs is all over him here at the minute. He's Mr. Worldwide. I've not. Oh, say that. He gets bursted down. Maybe there's an opening of Quickie, so it's Hog's down. You got some ults on line A, close to that wrist short, close to that OC. Maybe get a second tick up to the point, maybe even cap it. Let's see.
Always possible for you. Of course, Snowdrop has the overclock, and there's Kitsune Rush when they may come in as well. Jonowich, be careful not to Ajax there. Jonowich, not quite an Ajax, but the only person that was the recipient of that sound barrier, and he's now dead. So you're able to force a Kitsune Rush out of Quick Esports for your troubles there, but is it worth the sound barrier? Probably not.
Yeah, probably a bit of mix up there on the side of good guys with who was touching the point of how they were going to do it. I mean, I'm going to see some staggered kills there as well, which is really good for Quick Esports. I think that's what you need here. You need a dominant second point and fix up the stealth. Unfortunately, I missed the pulse up there though, and I think Evil wasn't very happy with that.
No, that is not right there. Crocs has made the swap over to the Winston as well. Skytor is almost certainly going to be fine for maybe a fight to just use this Orisa ultimate to claim dominion over the enemy's high ground, but once that's gone, you're kind of a sitting duck. With so much high ground this map, if Skytor has to drop for any reason, he is screwed. And, you know, that might be one reason. SXJ able to assassinate Snowdrop, and yeah, Skytor is about as useless as a wet towel in this fight.
Yeah, I mean, oh, nice headshot there from Johan to get rid of SXJ. Maybe get another one here. It's Lucio, looks like Lucio will live to fight another day. You get a little bit of point presence on this. It's a little bit of like here from Johan, so it's time to regroup for Quick Esports. Yeah, interestingly, Skyfall's still rocking with this Orisa pick. Maybe I think there is still a lot of value in this Orisa. Obviously, Evil pick off Crocs.
It definitely helps if Crocs feeds his brains out. As he did right there. No longer are 18-0 Goud, but you know, can't win them all, it seems. So now Quick Esports actually pushing quite deep into second point here. Still having a wrist roll to work with. And Keo, bro, what are you doing?
Keo cooking? Let's see.
Well, you're dueling a Wu Yang, who is unironically like one of the best duelists in the game now. and then a Tracer is here to follow up. You're on 6 HP, and you end up dying in the process. Okay, who would have imagined that when you make a stupid play, you win silly prizes? Kitsune Rush in the corner to try and flatten Skytor, but Orisa has rather a lot of survivability. Ain't going to be too much of a problem there. Good guys, however, playing the high ground quite intelligently as 6J drops off to it to find Evil, and yeah, you can see good guys control this high ground. It just completely zones out quick and anything they may want to do. They have to use a Kitsune Rush to get in, but they can't safely step forward without being jumped on by the Winston.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we were saying before, we expected Scar to have gone back to that monkey pick now, but it's like it made sense against the Hog for me, but it's like I said, like, good guys have just got all the angles on the high ground. They've got the high ground presence. This is Hollywood's second point. It's one of the most oppressive maps in the game for high ground. If you can't really go there, we do see Skytor get a pick mid-fight, and that's when the Lucio goes on the point. You're very good on point. You're not very good everywhere else when they're all jumping around you. But seeing that hazard swap now, a lot more mobile.
Yeah, that you are. You'll also be able to contest the Winston pretty decently, at least individually. Speaking of individually, Johan finds the individual trade onto EGS. A Kiriko differential, as it may seem. Now it's a 4v5 situation with Quick Esports. Skytor can sustain the aggression for the rest of the team. John Witch uses Sound Barrier. Don't get onto every member of the good guys, but gets onto the ones who can may make the most impact in this fight. Crocs, of course, with the Primal Rage. Skytor falling lower and lower on the objective. Something has to be found here in the overtime situation. Evil and Snowdrop able to do it. The DPS duo of Quick, they can hold on for just a smidge longer.
Yeah, I've got to say, it's that duo of Evil Snowdrop once again who makes it happen. We saw him on defense where they did a similar thing where Evil gets to Snowdrop manages to get one with the OC, and that wins you the fight. So very well played from them two. And yeah, I mean, you're close to the Hazard, you're close to the Kitsune, and we're looking at good guys, and we've got the OC and the Kitsune to match it. So, Crocs, what are you doing? Don't, you're not in WrestleMania. We're going for the top ropes once again.
Yeah, certainly trying it for the time being. Is going to be forced back now. And forced to use most of the breather as well. Of course, goes through onto the off angle, not able to find anything. Considering rush from Johan and EGS mirrored out, but Johan definitely more effective with his right here. Quick, if they want to finish, they need to finish with time here, right? Good guys, at this point, your win con isn't even a win. It's just 30 seconds of stall, and you can guarantee a minimum of a draw.
Miss there with the Hazard low, finding absolutely nothing with it, and now you have nothing for this last fight. Then again, not as good, guys. This is just a raw fight. Maybe you built the pulse bomb in time, so a lot of that fight might be on the pulse bomb. But if you lose your Hazard, does it even matter?
And Snowdrop as well. 5v3 situation here with 5 seconds left on the clock. The numbers, they are certainly looking in one team's favor. It's definitely not Quick Esports today. I think the only number that's going to be important here is a 3 and a 0 scoreline that good guys will take this match by.
Yeah, I mean, it's good shown from good guys. I do think Quick Esports did play a lot better throughout the series. I think especially in Hollywood there, I think they were unlucky to recap. It's very unfortunate with the Hazard ult right at the end. We're seeing Crocs finally got a few more deaths on the board now, not the 0 and the 2 that we saw in the previous maps. But yeah, closer game on Hollywood, but you know, very well played by good guys. I think that just shows just how scary Roadhog can be in this current meta.
Yeah, incredibly so is the best way to say it. Crocs aura farmed for the entirety of that match, and it was reasonably effective. So congratulations to good guys, and that is going to be everything from the Quick Esports desk today. Of course, 3-0 fashion, not what you love to see, but I'm sure that Quick, they'll do fine in the near future. Surely they have to get a win. Right, guys? Right? We'll never know. I've been Egda, joined by Reclaimer today, and Luau producing. Thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely rest of your evening.